Hi guys, this is Anindita from Your First Nature and this is our journey to a life closer to nature. Today I'm here with a bunch of my plants. Today's topic is very close to my heart. Last 3 months have not been easy for anybody in India. It's not easy to be constantly scared for your own health or your loved one's health. At a time like this topic that I'm going to talk about today is very relevant to me. Last year when lockdown started, I had to stay in my apartment, in my multi-storied apartment for several months without any touch of nature. I felt so suffocated that I had to grow something. I had to do something that gave me a sense of freshness, a sense of new start. So I started growing stuff. I started using seeds from my kitchen. I started propagating my own plants, taking cuttings from my own plants just to see some plants growing, just to see some seeds germinating. Since then, germinating seeds or plants growing have become symbolic to me of a ray of hope. It makes me think that things are going to be okay. Even if things are really bad right now, things are going to be okay pretty soon because there is some hope at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. As you may already know that I have recently moved from Mumbai to a rural area in Tamil Nadu, which was a 1400 kilometers shifting, which wasn't easy for any of my plants. So when my plants arrived, they were in pretty bad shape. So bad that I actually told Harshada that I'm probably going to be left with hardly 20 to 30 plants out of my 200 plants. It was heartbreaking for me. It was devastating. I was devastated so much that I literally started crying. I'll put a picture on the screen of my plants when they first arrived just so you understand how badly damaged they were. I thought I will have to throw them all out. I was so heartbroken that for a few days I could not even look at them. And that's exactly what nature needed to show its own magic and regenerate itself. So all these plants that you see here, and I am surrounded by some other plants which are too big to fit on this tiny table. These are the most damaged plants. Others were also damaged but not as damaged as these. So I'll show you how they have regenerated themselves. I'll start with this Dendrobium orchid, and this is probably the worst damaged plant which has come back. So that's why I'm starting with this plant. If you have seen me in our video where I reviewed orchidtree.com, you must have seen that I mentioned that I've lost 4 orchids, 2 Dendrobiums and 2 Phalaenopsis. This is one of them. When this one arrived, this was uprooted out of the pot and only 4 bare stems. There was nothing else. That too, this stem was yellow, so I had no hope that it could ever come back. So I was going to throw it away. I just didn't have the heart to do that right away. So I kept it for about a week or so. And by that time, it started showing signs of new growth. So if you see that now, this has, I think this is a flower spike. On this bare stem, there is no leaf, but there is a beautiful flower spike, and the flowers are actually beautiful purple color, so I can't wait to see them flower again. This is the Dendrobium orchid, which has flowered 3 times since last December. And I was so heartbroken to see that all the leaves are gone. It was totally uprooted and I had no hope that it could ever survive this much of damage. But now see, there are growth nodes here. There is a flower spike here. Other 2 stems also have some growth. The next one that I wanted to talk about is this. It may look like an empty pot to you, and it actually is. And I have no idea what this plant is. When I found this pot, it was just empty soil. There was no plant in it. Obviously, the plant that was in this pot was totally beheaded, and all that was left of it was the bare soil. So I was going to throw it away, but when I was throwing away the soil, I saw that there was very healthy roots inside, and there was some hint of new growth shoots coming out of those roots. So I decided to just put them again in soil and keep watering them once in a few days just to see what comes out and just to see if that comes back. And now see, there's one growth shoot here which has come out, and there's another tiny growth shoot. I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's another tiny growth shoot here. This is my Dracaena marginata. It was a beautiful plant. I'm not sure if I have ever put a picture of this on Instagram, but this was a very beautiful, healthy plant. But when this arrived, all the leaves were broken. If you see the long leaves, these were all that were remaining, and they are all badly broken. And there was nothing else. Again, I was going to throw it away. But then within a few days, I started seeing signs of new growth. And right now, if you see that there are 4 different shoots coming out of the top, and there is another one which is right at the back here, which is a little smaller. This is my Philodendron histatum. If you have been following me on Instagram, you may already know that I absolutely love this plant. The shiny silvery foliage is just absolutely awesome in my opinion. But when this arrived, I got only the stem. There was nothing else, no foliage, because the top part was, I don't even know where it went. But now if you see that there is a growth shoot coming out of here on the soil, there are different growth shoots everywhere. From each of the nodes, there are some growth shoots coming out, and I'm now pretty confident that this is going to be okay. It's going to be another full and beautiful Philodendron histatum once again. So this is my fiddle leaf fig. It may not be a big plant, but I absolutely love this one because everybody says that fiddle leaf figs are very difficult, very tricky. They say that these plants always drop leaves. They are very fussy about watering and light and everything. This plant for me has never given any kind of trouble. It has not dropped a single leaf for a very long time unless it was very old leaf. You may have seen some pictures of this on my Instagram page. When I saw this one completely bareheaded, that totally broke my heart. And now look what has happened. From the very top where it was totally bareheaded, there are 4 different new shoots coming out. So the new leaves are already open. So there are beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new leaves, which are totally flawless. And now this plant is loving this new space with lots of humidity and lots of natural light. So what really happened with these plants that I just talked about? How did they come back from so much damage and now they are looking so healthy and they're probably going to look better than ever in a few weeks or so? My understanding is that during the shifting, their leaves were badly damaged, but then their roots were very, very healthy and they were growing pretty well in Mumbai. So when the top part of their stem got cut off, that was probably equivalent to them as pruning. So what happened was, the top part was cut off, so it started pushing new growth from the last node in every possible direction. This is my Philodendron fibrocataphyllum. This one was a tiny plant, but it was a very cute and healthy plant. But when I got it here, almost all the leaves were gone except for one tiny leaf. So what I did was, I chopped up the stem in 3 different parts and pushed them back in the soil. Now there is a new growth coming from here, there's a new growth coming from here, and I'm pretty sure this one also is going to, yes, it is already starting to grow another new shoot from here. A similar thing happened to my Bacchaea aquatica as well. When it arrived, all the leaves were damaged and the top part was totally barren. So I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't even have to prune it or anything, but now it is coming back. It's now almost looking as full as before. There are tons of new growths coming, new shoots coming from every possible direction. The case was a little different for the bulbous plants. There are some plants which have bulbous roots under the soil. One example is Oxalis. When this Oxalis arrived, it didn't have any leaves at all. But I wasn't really too worried about this one because it has happened to me before also. I once sprayed too much of neem oil and I lost all the foliage. But within a few weeks, it just came back. And so what happens is that even if there is no foliage on top of the soil, but still, if the bulb inside the soil is healthy, then they will come back. The same thing has happened for my Alocasia reginella black velvet also. If you think this leaf looks bad, this is actually one of the better looking leaves. All the others leaves were so badly damaged that I had to cut them off. Otherwise, they would have been a burden to the plant itself. So within a few weeks, it pushed new growth and now it has 2 beautiful new leaves. So for these plants, what I did was I cut off all the badly damaged leaves and kept only 1 or 2 leaves that could do the photosynthesis for them. Although for the bulbous plants, I actually didn't even have to do that because even if all the leaves are broken, they will still come back from the buds. But still, For my Monstera deliciosa, I'll show you that I kept only the healthy parts of the leaves so that they can do the photosynthesis for the plant until new leaves emerge. Hi again. Yesterday I had to abruptly stop shooting because it started raining heavily and it got too dark. I'm going to talk about a few more plants. This is my Philodendron Prince of Orange. In Mumbai, this was a full plant, very bushy and very nice and continuously growing. But during the move, everything got damaged. If you see, all these leaves were damaged like this. Every leaf was damaged and I had to cut them off. The only healthy leaf that was remaining was this one. And if you see, it has already pushed out one beautiful new leaf. Not that orange this time, but I'm guessing that's because it needs more chlorophyll this time. But it's already pushing another new leaf right here. And this looks like it's going to be real orange. Another one is my Anthurium clarinervium. If you see, this leaf is totally broken. This one is cut off from all the sides because they got damaged and I could not even keep them. It was so badly damaged. This one, even if broken, since the leaf doesn't look that bad, I decided to leave that on. And within a few weeks, just look at the entire plant. It has 4 new healthy leaves and there are some other new growth coming out from the base. So, this is my Monstera deliciosa. If you see the condition of the leaves, they don't look that great, right? But I still left some of these leaves and cut many out like this. And now I have this beautiful new leaf. And there's probably another one coming from here. I have many other plants that are badly damaged, but I just showed you only those plants that have showed the maximum sign of regeneration. Now, what is my learning from all this? From now on, I'm not going to give up until I absolutely have to give up. And I'm not just saying philosophically. Even literally, I have got plants on mail where all the leaves got damaged during transit. And earlier, I used to think that the plant is dead. I cannot do anything anymore. But from now on, I'm going to keep watering it. I'm going to keep care for it and see for a few weeks at least if they come back. Because as long as the roots are healthy, there's a high chance that they will come back. And well, philosophically, during a time like this gives me hope. This makes me believe that the end of the tunnel is just around the corner. We will come out of this pandemic and we will be happier and healthier than ever before. That's all for today. I'll see you again next week. Please let us know your feedback in the comment section down below. And please like, share and subscribe to this channel. That will really help us a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.